Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and in recent years, the phrase Twitter war has gone from being something that no one had any idea what it was. I mean, heck, Twitter wasn't even around, to being something that is incredibly commonplace. And one of the latest Twitter wars that we've seen happening is between the former governor of the state of Wisconsin, Scott Walker, and the freshman congresswoman from the state of New York, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now, for the sake of this, just keep in mind that Walker is a conservative, Ocasio-Cortez is a proud socialist, and the back and forth they were having was over economics. So it started with Governor Walker, who has called out Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, seemingly not by name, but it's abundantly clear who he's referring to in recent weeks. Walker started by tweeting just yesterday that, oh yeah, I spoke with a 5th grade class about economics, and I was asking the children, all right, so let's say you go over to grandma's, you make $10 doing whatever chores, and then you come home to mom and dad are like, yep, we're going to take $7 out of that $10 away from you. Would you be happy about that? And Walker was like, and the kids were yelling, no, no, and they were all upset about it, as you would imagine that 5th graders would when they're learning that 7 out of their $10 just got taken away from them. So the reason that Walker was doing that is because Miss Ocasio-Cortez, she has been talking about all of these new far-left radical programs she would like to see implemented in the United States, and her solution for how we're going to pay for all these programs, oh, well, let's just tax a bunch of people 70%. Yeah, like anybody who's got money, just take 70% of it away from them. They're not going to notice. Yeah, it's of course radical. That's why she's a socialist who a lot of us laugh at on a regular basis. But Miss Ocasio-Cortez, she decided she was going to defend her position on Twitter, responding to former Governor Walker by saying that, oh yeah, well, how about the kids get $10 from grandma and they get to keep all 10 of those dollars? And then we just go and find whoever the richest people in the kids' community are and tax the living hell out of them instead, because the rich people should have to pay all the money. Yeah, the argument that Miss Ocasio-Cortez is making, it's not really surprising, but it also doesn't really add up. I mean, why is it that she or anyone else would want to go around punishing people for advancing themselves in life? I mean, the people who are making more money than other people, these rich people who it's apparently totally fine to take all their money from, yeah, these are individuals who have put in a lot of work to get where they are in life. They've gone through a lot of schooling, they've gone through a lot of training. I mean, you don't just become, a doctor, a lawyer by accident. There's a lot of hard work that goes into getting that position where you earn such a large salary. And then the response that you get from these socialists like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is just, oh, well, look, they have a lot of money. Oh, yeah, let's just take as much of it as we could possibly imagine. Like, okay, if you do that, then what incentive is there going to be whatsoever for anyone to try and make anything of themselves in life? I mean, if people know that, okay, well, I could go through all of this schooling or all this training, I could go on to become a doctor or a lawyer, something really impressive where you make a lot of money, oh, but like almost all that money is going to be taken away from me because the government decided it's theirs and not mine. Well, why the hell am I going to go through all that effort, that schooling, that training, and all that stuff, when I could do something that requires far less schooling, far less training, and by the time the government's done, I could end up with the same amount of money, but I'd have a job that's a heck of a lot easier to do, it's a lot less stressful, and if, a lot of people naturally think like that, because they will, then guess what? In our society, we will soon no longer have any doctors or lawyers or a lot of other essential fields that we absolutely need for the United States of America to go forward. See, that is what these socialists are doing. I don't know if they realize it or not. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just don't care. I have no idea, but it is incredibly harmful what it is that they are proposing here. So hopefully they will drop it at some point, but I don't expect that that's going to be the case because, heck, this whole socialist movement's really caught on in the Democrat Party. Heck, I'm going to be shocked come 2020 when it's another presidential election season if socialism is not part of the Democrat Party's platform, for goodness sake, the way that you got people like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and this Ocasio-Cortez pushing it. But why is it that we would actually adopt socialism in the United States of America? Because as Governor Walker had pointed out, or former Governor Walker had pointed out, so used to saying governor, former Governor Walker had pointed out, it was like, hey, yeah, the socialism thing, the United States doesn't need to be the guinea pig. It's been tried a bunch of times throughout history in the world. Heck, it's being tried in places like Venezuela right now. And what has happened every single time? Oh, I know, it hasn't worked. And if we bring it to the United States of America, I can assure you it is going to fail just as miserably here as it has in Venezuela and so many other places over the years. And in addition to that, why is it that we would be taking all of our advice as a country from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? I mean, you are talking about a freshman congresswoman who struggles to demonstrate understanding of even the most basic parts of how government works. So I got an idea for us. How about we say no to socialism? How about we say no to this Ocasio-Cortez who's being painted by so many prominent liberals as the darling of the left, and just say, yeah, we're going to continue to go with the economic principles that have guided this country to success for, I don't know, a couple centuries plus, and also say to the Democrats, thank you. Thank you for making Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez the face of your party, because every time she talks, it only helps the case being made right by Republicans. That's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. on WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.